I wasn't ready. Spawning in at the top left! We have the Blue Terran currently up 1-0, which will be represented by the overlay. If I get it on there. IVD's very own Apocalypse. What a good pickup for IVD. In the bottom center of the map, spawning at what some might call the 6 o'clock position, we have Minchul, aka MC. QXC, where's my mic mute? Hello?
What?
The mute?
What?
When you're not talking? Yeah?
Yep.
Oh, sorry. The background noise is really distracting. I want to hear these Protoss buildings warping in. Do you think we're gonna see? No, it's okay. Do you think we're gonna see aggressive openings? Are we gonna see aggressive openings this game?
Yes. From MC, certainly. From APOC, I would bet you $1 billion that he's going CC first.
$1 billion? $1
billion.
Considering he's got 250 minerals and he hasn't done anything, I would say that's a really pro analysis there, QXC. I want you to know that there might be noobs watching this cast that would think, wow, QXC really knows his shit, but I want to tell you noobs that that's not true. QXC looked at the minerals, he saw that he had over like 150, probably over 200, and he said CC first, okay? It wasn't impressive. QXC's a shitter. There we go.
Hate you.
Called the fuck out. Anyway. MC, maybe you're doing a hidden nexus on the right side of the map. We should just do an analysis where it's like you have no idea what's going on in the game. Like you've never like actually like played before. Like looking at NFC's base, Cybercore going up. Maybe we'll see another gateway soon. Maybe another gas. I'm not sure. Maybe the Robo after the gateway to give him a little to open up with some immortal observer pressure. We've got APOC putting down lots of barracks. I like to make 5 or 6 barracks off of my one base I can normally produce. I get supply blocked a lot though, but when I throw up, if you build like 4 or 5 depots at once, it usually protects you for a while, so we might see APOC do that later on. No, I'm just kidding, guys.
And I think APOC might be going to build a gas in his natural right now. He can start that long distance mining in, and I think MC doing a little bit of probe harass. He might be. I think he's going to pull like 3 or 4 more probes here in order to do some more damage to Apocalypse.
See, 1 probe can typically kill 1 SCV building a building. If he pulls 3 probes, he can actually kill every SCV building, every building. There's no way that APOC will be able to multitask. You want to know something that's actually really cool right now, and a semi-related note? I think, like, if you look at, like, the round of casters that exist for StarCraft 2 now, almost every caster is, like, a pretty decent player. Rotterdam is at least, even if he doesn't have it, like, he's got, I know he's good enough if he played the game, so GM NA. Nathanius was GM NA.
He lost it? Or he didn't get it this
I don't know if he went for it again. But I'm saying, like, he's gotten it before, so I'm not just saying...
Sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Roddy's had it, too. If he hasn't, I know he's got, like, the MMR for it. He just doesn't play enough games. So, Roddy, Nathanius, Todd is a professional tier player. I mean, you've done casting. I'm Grandmaster. Fuck all of you. Or at least I was. I probably got demoted for inactivity doing the tournament stuff. I think that's really interesting. Almost every caster right now has, like, pretty decent StarCraft 2 playing experience, yeah? At least all like the foreigner ones?
That's kind of inevitable, though. Like, if you think about how much time you spend playing the game and getting good at it, and then, obviously, just playing the game doesn't make you a good caster. But let's say 10% of the time you spend playing goes towards your abilities as a commentator. That still means me, you, Todd, have all spent, like, such a ludicrous amount of time practicing casting. Do you understand my logic?
Yeah.
Which means that, like, why should somebody who's not a pro gamer,
but I mean,
just all of a sudden be able to be like a super great caster? Like, I'm not saying that there aren't good commentators that aren't pro gamers, because there's a number of great commentators that have never been pro gamers. They don't play the game at a super high level, but it just seems natural for the progression to kind of shift that way as pro gamers decide to play less or seek other opportunities.
Sure.
Yeah.
What do you think about APOC's build? You're going for that pretty quick 3 gas all at once. Is that indicative of anything, or is this just going to be standard?
No, it's there with CC first. You have such a good economy that there's a lot of different ways you can kind of transition out of it and make your economy
Holy
work.
shit! This third actually went up really early. This third went up at like 5:30 for.
Yeah, it's
MC.
a 1 gate. Look at MC's infrastructure.
Yeah.
He's got a Twilight Council and 4 gateways building. It was a 1 gate 3 Nexus to take advantage of the CC first that he scouted. And it's really good. What's really good for APOC, or for MC, is that APOC thinks this is a 2-base blink all-in. Which is just horrible. This is one of the reasons that the Reaper is so important in this matchup, is before you get Stim, you have so little map control and so little map awareness as a Terran player.
Oh no.
Unless you open for like Starport, past Medivacs.
Is APOC preparing for like a 2-base all-in with these 2 bunkers going up and all the SCVs being pulled?
That's literally, I literally just said that.
Oh, sorry, my brain was fucked. I got sidetracked. I'm sorry. I was looking at the chat. I admit it. You caught me. Go ahead. Continue. You were saying the Reaper. If you don't open the Reaper, you've got no map control, right?
The Reaper is good for preventing situations like this from happening.
For sure. Are they like reenacting Godzilla in the background? What the fuck? I'm gonna blame the Taiwanese in the background for my distraction there. Okay. So APOC is pretty boned here, right? Like, he has to do like a 2-base all-in behind this, or?
He's probably going to end up doing that because so what he needs to do is hit this timing with his stim shields.
He's gonna bring the boys?
No, because he doesn't have enough information. If he knew there was a third, he could consider that option. But right now, it looks like all he knows is blink and 4 gateways. So he thinks that maybe this is like a blink all-in that never happened. You know, you make the gateways, but since it got scouted with the scan, you just don't make stalkers. You transition immediately. And at this point, MC could be very close to having Storm, if that was the case. In which case, pulling all of his SCVs may not be the wisest thing.
Oh, sheezy, my kneesy. I definitely agree.
There's a lot of optimization that APOC really wants to be able to do with this situation. He's going to scout the third. He might commit to this fight here. Which,
but the force field to the front! Really good. I don't know if I like running in here, but...
He killed 3 of the sentries, and 3 sentries is a lot of sentries.
Yeah. I feel like every unit that APOC has is like so important though, because with that third there... So, I mean, I feel like, I don't know the matchup, but I feel like APOC just has to pull SCVs and all in. Am I wrong, or? Like, can he really win otherwise, being so far behind and taking his third?
I actually think the game is basically over. Your assessment of that engagement was correct. He should not have gone up the ramp, because it reduced his overall army size by too much. And MC is going up, he's at 8 gateways, with a robo building Colossus and double upgrades. There's just no way for Apocalypse to keep up with that, and since his army supply traded down like that, he doesn't have like that big brunt that he would have had otherwise if he hadn't lost that. You know, like the Terran army is really strong in a big ball where things are dying before they can really do damage. Especially when your opponent doesn't have splash or has very limited splash. Like MC's army, even with 8 gateways and blink and charge, would not be super scary if APOC had this like gigantic bio ball. And then he, like, let's say right now, or right before that second Colossus came out, APOC hit a timing, that would have been pretty strong. But because of how much supply he lost, that's just not possible.
Yeah, and it looks like, I mean, seeing APOC set up the armory and the engineering bay, he is going to try to play the macro game. This is really interesting. So this is the first game we've seen all day today. This is the 4th game APOC has played, and this is the first one where he's pretty solidly behind, I think, universally. I think anybody would agree with that. He's kind of behind right now.
Yeah, he's very far behind. The supply difference, for Terran to be winning or even, you expect them to have a supply lead in almost all situations. If Terran's behind on supply, there's no way to put it besides he's just behind. Blink,
oh
boom,
my god, what? Don't.
Blink, just blink.
There's not very many stalkers. I'd be a little bit worried, because the Marauders could make short work.
No, it doesn't matter, just blink.
I don't know. I think if he blinks for it, I think all of his stalkers are going to get wrecked.
At this point, it's...
Oh, APOC going for the sprint.
Now he can. Now he could have. If he can, well, whatever. It doesn't matter. MC's just going to keep chasing him back. He's going to max out and just, like, one more warp in. If he has a
he makes the pylon.
Aggressive pylon. He needs a couple more pylons because he's stuck at 166. But
Like I said at the beginning, 5 depots at a time, 5 pylons at a time. There we go. MC's embracing it.
yeah, and I think MC's starting to bank a lot of mineral. No, he's not. He's just spending everything. As soon as those pylons finish, he put down a whole bunch of units. Or no, he put down a Nexus, actually. He's going for a 4th base. Which is... I guess it's consistent with what MC's production is doing. Double Forge, no Templar, or Templar is coming. Colossus production, lots of gateways. But in terms of the state of the game, I think he should have just attacked and killed him.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to draw... After everything that's happened, I don't think I would want to draw APOC into a macro game if you can avoid it. APOC walking his army here, not really paying attention. MC probably should have been sniping medevacs for that blink forward, but... APOC going for a really big rock at MC's base. Is MC... MC goes back! MC goes home! Do you think MC should have just tried to push it and win right there?
It's a really hard call to make. There's so many variables in terms of making a base trade work. But MC's playing the safe game.
Oh, he's being really indecisive right now, though. He warped in and he walked back, but now he's walking back again, and...
Yeah, and I think MC... He's going to try and make this big fight work. Big warp in at the 3rd. He's kind of occupying those units. Now he's going to control the space in between the 3rd and the natural.
If APOC drops from below and brings in his army while also fighting with the Vikings, I think APOC might have enough to clear this. He needs to get his army from below in. He does end up pulling SCVs. Colossus are dropping. The army is dropped from behind. MC's entire army will get cleaned up here. A lot of SCVs died, though, for this fight. Oh, the Stalkers might get away, I guess.
Yeah, the Stalkers aren't
27 workers killed.
Yeah. The Stalkers aren't super useful right now, though. Like, the Stalkers' main value is in protecting the Colossus. The Colossus are so incredibly strong that committing 20 supply or 30 supply to keeping them alive is worth it. But without the Colossus, the Stalkers are they're not very special.
This is a good decision. He killed all of the Stalkers, or I'm sorry, he killed all the Colossus, pulled the SCVs. He's still got a decent Viking count. Oh, but the Storm is going to make really short work. Oh, I don't know if I like that Storm being used already on the Vikings with all the SCVs present.
I don't think he... Oh, no, he knows there are SCVs there, but he's going to try and...
One more
He's going to
Storm?
get that Colossus. Yep. Another Storm drops. The Colossus are going to evaporate here. Vikings land, and it's hard to say who's going to win this fight.
A lot of Zealots being warped in.
Yeah, he's got too many warp-ins coming in, and Apocalypse doesn't really have any reinforcement coming in. Medevacs are almost out of energy here, and APOC is just getting driven back. Meanwhile, Zealot run by is cutting off the supply line. No more units from APOC are going to be able to get in here. But
yeah, I think APOC is going to be done here. That 3rd's cleaned up. He pulled so many SCVs. Harvester count is down to 17. APOC is trying to see if he can end the game, camp the production, but he doesn't have enough to do it. I think once this wave of Zealots comes in, we're going to see APOC drop the GG.
Yep.
And he does.
Wow, what a profit.
Wow, what a profit.
What a profit. Well, that was it.
Yeah, that was, I mean, that was kind of, I mean, it was good on MC. That was kind of a build order win, right? Yeah, I mean, he was ahead from the very start of the game. APOC made one misstep with his army early on, lost a bit, kind of moving to the natural. But even if he wouldn't have, MC was still in a really good position that entire game, right?
I think APOC had opportunities to kill the 3rd and all the probes at it if he had gone, basically, like, get to MC's natural, Marine goes into the natural, Marine goes into the 3rd, bait out the force fields, and then immediately, as soon as the force fields go down, cutting APOC's army out of his natural, stim, go to the 3rd, kill all the probes, and then head home, and that would have been a sufficient way for APOC to not only get back into the game, but take a sizable lead. Just trading down, anytime your opponent has a stronger army than you, a stronger economy than you, trading down is usually unfavorable because your opponent is going to be able to remax faster. And that's basically what we saw. Is MC had a sicker, stronger economy than APOC. They both traded some units down, and then MC was able to just come back from it so much faster.
Yeah, for sure. We're going to be hopping into Game 3 here pretty soon. I don't think APOC is going to go for CC first again. That was a really good response by MC.
And Yeah, we'll just have to. We'll have to wait and see. Oh wait, we're in the next lobby. Nobody actually invites me to the lobbies. I just have to find my own way.
Rip. Well, while we're waiting for this game to get set up, I would like to go ahead and take a moment to thank our wonderful sponsors today. Everybody in your browser should go to i.destiny.gg. You can see all of the information for the dates of the games. You can see players that have qualified through previous groups. If you click the group name, you can actually see the replays from the previous day as well. I don't think group 3s are linked yet, but they are up. All of the replays and VODs are posted in a spoiler-free format because I love all of you and I like nothing more than to spend 6 hours cutting up VODs after each tournament day. Anyway, Yord, or Yode, I think it's pronounced Yode. I don't know why I keep forgetting this, but woodwatches.com, really sick watches, guys. They look really nice. A lot of people have already ordered some. They're sick as fuck. You should check them out. And I mean, they were nice enough to support the tournament. So, if you're looking to buy a new watch, or if you already have a watch and you don't feel like it's hipster enough, check out woodwatches.com. Really cool shit. Click the link in my i.destiny.gg thing, and then they can track all the sales, and then I get 150% of each one. I've already sold $10,000 worth of watches. Keep it up, guys. I'm just kidding. For the Breaking Out Invitational, Fear Dragon hosts that. Show that features up and coming North American StarCraft 2 players. They featured Hendrilisk on it at one point. Hendrilisk is a pretty good player, so I mean, keep an eye out for that stuff. All of the content that he makes. The Video Game Voters Network. If you're a North American and you are ever interested about following legislation having to do with like video game related stuff. If you ever played poker, you're part of like the Poker's Player Alliance, or if you're part of like the NRA, it's kind of like that. It's the NRA for gamers, except we don't shoot people, I guess. Well, actually, I guess some gamers do. Which is why we need the Video Game Voters people to keep us informed when relevant legislation is being talked about concerning games, so that you know if you want to write your congressman and tell them like, hey, like don't vote like an asshole or whatever because we might vote you out, even though. Let's be real, at the end of the day, it all comes down to how much money you've got behind your name, right? Also, I'm just kidding, guys. Don't be cynical. The Let's Kung Fu guy does EHO show matches. He's got a lot of content on his YouTube. He interviews a lot of players. He's trying to get all of his content published and produced. You check out his Facebook. He's got a lot of stuff on there that you can check out. Give him a follow on Facebook. All of these people supported the tournament. All of them are contributing to the reason why you're actually seeing the tournament being produced in such an amazing manner. So, thanks a lot.